associations. That's what I want to talk about on this beautiful Monday. Many of us associate circumstances, substances to feelings or situations or just different circumstances in our lives. And I want to share with you a story of an association that I've developed at a very young age. And why I'm sharing this is because a lot of times those associations that we develop early on in life kind of build in our lives. And so here's what I want to share about that. My association with alcohol and the first time I encountered it. And my mom didn't even know this until recently, but the first time I ever got drunk, I was 5 years old. 5. Crazy, right? How does a 5-year-old get drunk? Well, let me tell you. My dad used to love playing horseshoes, and he would go to these big parties held at a friend of his where they had these huge pits with all kinds of wild game cooking, and inside the house there were these huge parties with bands, and then outside they were all playing horseshoes by a pond. And so I had gone a few times and I really enjoyed it because I could go inside and dance around with the band and play around, or I could go outside and play, just whatever. But anyway, this one particular time, I was like, everybody around here is going to this big old keg and they're filling their cup up, and, it seems like they're having fun. So I got the bright idea, hey, Dad, let me fill that up for you because then you won't have to go do it yourself. So what I did was I went, filled up his cup. I would drink half of it, refill his cup, and then I would take it to him. I did this for probably 5-6 hours. So you can just imagine me being 5, very tiny. By the time we left that party, I was drunk. My dad did not even realize it until he got me home to his house, and I was running into walls. And then he started freaking out because he had to take me back to my mom. Luckily, or not so luckily, he took me back to my mom's, and she didn't notice. So I skirted without being noticed there, but what I associated the alcohol with was my dad having fun with his friends and a good time, okay? Then, let's fast forward later in life. After all of the traumas I had gone through as a child, I started drinking, like the, I guess you could say typical, or shouldn't be typical, but it was kind of typical back in my day. We would not go to school and we would sit and drink up parents' alcohol. Smart, right? No, that was insane. But I associated it with, feeling better, having fun. And it became a coping mechanism because when I was drinking, I was wasn't insecure. I wasn't worried about what people thought or anything like that, which I shouldn't have been anyway, because the only opinion that matters is your own. But, that's just my stinking thinking, okay? So, that laid a huge foundation in my life, because it took a lot for me personally to realize that, the alcohol was only a mask. It was hiding me, the real me. I thought it was making me better, but at least it made me feel better. But did it really? Because it really brought a lot of sabotage and devastation to my life, and a lot of bad choices, especially with people. So, this is the thing. When you develop these kinds of associations early in your life, they're very, very hard to break, because you have to break every script, every association, every feeling. You have to really dig through it and see it for what it is. And most people don't want to see it because they don't want to look at themselves and fix whatever may be going on in here that is causing them to mask. So, I just wanted to share that with you and tell you, just be careful. Just think about those associations with anything unhealthy, because let me tell you, you don't need a substance to have fun. I have more fun now than I ever did. And I have true, real happiness. And look, I'm not wearing a mask. I am who I am. And I can proudly stand in that. And I hope that if you are in a situation where you're using something to mask up, you can realize it and realize that who you are is enough. Who you are is worthy. Who you are will be appreciated by the right people. So believe me when I tell you this, there is a much better opportunity and life ahead without the mask. Being your authentic self is truly, truly where you will find your happiness in life. And I'm going to leave you with that. And I just want you to know I love you.